Hello Crossway families, and hello especially to the Crossway kids and any other kids that might be joining in. I just wanted to quick say hello and remind you too of a special day that's coming up. This Sunday, in a couple days, is Palm Sunday. It's when we celebrate Jesus riding into Jerusalem. It's the week leading up to Easter, which means we're just a little more than a week away from Easter. It's very exciting. Jesus rode into Jerusalem on his elephant. No, wait. He was driving a convertible. No, he was riding on a donkey. Even that sounds a little funny, doesn't it? But that's how it was. Even the prophet Isaiah, from long before Jesus was born, prophesied that your king would come riding on a donkey. One interesting thing that I learned about why he was riding on a donkey is because in ancient times, sometimes leaders rode in on horses, sometimes they rode in on donkeys. And if a leader was riding in on a horse, it meant that they were coming for war. But if they were riding in on a donkey, it meant that they were coming for peace. Jesus certainly was coming for peace. He was announcing that he was the king. And also, that's how it was prophesied to be. The prophecies were coming true. I would love to read to you out of Matthew about the account of Jesus coming into Jerusalem on a donkey. Matthew 21, 1 through 11 says, "Now when they drew near to Jerusalem, came to Bethphage to the Mount of Olives, then Jesus sent 2 disciples, saying to them, 'Go into the village in front of you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied and a colt with her. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, you shall say, "The Lord needs them," and he will send them at once.' This took place to fulfill what was spoken by the prophet, saying, 'Say to the daughter of Zion, behold, your king is coming to you, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a beast of burden.' The disciples went and did as Jesus had directed them. They brought the donkey and the colt and put on them their cloaks, and he sat on them. Most of the crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and others cut branches from the trees and spread them on the road. And the crowds that went before him and that followed him were shouting, 'Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest!' And when he entered Jerusalem, the whole city was stirred up, saying, 'Who is this?' And the crowd said, 'This is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee.'" Some people thought he was just a prophet, but he was coming to announce that he was the king. And did you hear? They were shouting, "Hosanna." I had one daughter help me make a Hosanna border because it seemed a banner, because it seemed like a place that they would be excited, and they were shouting Hosanna. They put their coats down on the ground. They were waving palm branches, and it was a very exciting time for Jesus to come to Jerusalem. We know that Jesus is more than just a prophet, right? He's the Son of God. He came to earth to save us. So in this week leading up to Easter, I hope that you can celebrate Palm Sunday with your family. And if you were at church last year, you might remember that we had actual palm branches for the kids to wave while we were singing, and it was a really fun time together. This year, since we can't be together, I thought I would show you how you can make your own palm branch at home. So come with me and we will make a palm branch. Also, you could make a Hosanna banner to hang up to announce that Jesus has come. All right, these are the supplies you need to make your own palm branch. I've got paper, I've got green and white. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do it. A pencil, some green art supplies like markers and crayons will be great. Some tape, a stapler, and some scissors. So I'm going to show you first how to do the green papered palm branch. You can take one of your pieces and you're going to fold it in half the long way. I call this the hot dog way. See, this is the hamburger way. This is the hot dog way, okay? Fold it right in half. And then you are going to turn your paper so that the folded edge is along the bottom. It opens on the top. You're going to take your pencil and go ahead and draw a rainbow from one corner all the way up to the top and meeting back down at the other corner to make a nice long rainbow. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want you to use most of the paper. Then you are going to go ahead and cut out your rainbow from one corner to the other, all the way up to the edge, and then back down. Doesn't matter if you stay right on your lines, it is okay. That could be the back of your leaf. You won't see those pencil lines. Starting to look like a leaf, isn't it? Now we're going to keep it folded and use your scissors to cut triangles along the edge, along the curved edge. One cut in and then another cut in to join it. Okay, one cut in and then another cut in to join it right at the tip, makes triangles. And you're going to cut triangles all the way down the edge, that curved edge of your leaf shape. They can be skinny little triangles or wider. You can use a variety to make an interesting leaf shape. Go ahead and cut triangles all the way down. Almost there. You could even make them go in further if you want. And when we get to the bottom, we're going to open it up and see if it looks like a palm branch. Let's see. There we go, that's nice. Okay, so once you have your big palm branch, decide which side is the top. To me, this looks like a little more like the top. And then if you want to add a stem, I have a couple different ideas about a stem. The easiest idea is that you could take your pencil and watch this. I'll use my tape and tape it right on. Okay, you could have a pencil stem and it'll be nice and stiff for you to pick up your branch and wave it around. And then of course you can always untape it to use your pencil again. If you want to use paper, you know what, I'm gonna get this pencil off of here and show you how to make a paper stem. Get another piece of green paper, or it could be white, whichever, and start folding in half. This time it's the hamburger way. Okay, and then fold in half again. And then again, keep folding. We're going to create a thick stem. It gets a little harder every time, but you can do it. One last fold. Paper is pretty thick, but you should be able to staple it. Even my little stapler gets through pretty well. And then you can staple it right to your leaf. And it's nice and thick and stiff so that, I'm gonna crunch it a little. That's okay. There we go. So you have a thicker stem to hold on to for your palm branch. Okay, that's one way to make a quick green palm branch. And of course you could use your art supplies to color more, add more green on here. But if you only have white computer paper at home, that is okay. Of course, we could color this to make our own green paper. So use your art supplies, and guess what? Since we're going to be coloring, you're not going to draw a picture of a leaf. You are just trying to make this paper green. So I'm going to use my thick marker to just start adding some green areas like this. Oh, it's kind of running out. It's another good green marker. Okay, and you just keep adding greens. No rules about how to do this part until, you could even do swirls We're just adding greens. And one nice and easy way is if you have any crayons that are peeled, or if you want to peel a crayon, put it on its side and rub, rub, rub. That fills up the space really quick. So after you make your paper green, and then you do the same steps I just showed you with the green paper. You've just made your own green paper. You will cut it out and have something that looks kind of like this. Then again, you could add a pencil stem, or you could go ahead and fold paper to make a stem on your new green leaf. So I hope you have fun making palm leaves. And if you don't have green paper, make your own and have these ready when you watch church on Sunday, when it is Palm Sunday, and listen for the parts of the story about people waving their palm branches. Have a great day. Bye.